Remember that insults and contempt are directed at opinions, not the people holding them. Epictetus said, "In a world full of interactions and exchanges, we often encounter situations where we feel disrespected or undervalued. These moments can stir strong emotions within us, leading to conflict and distress. However, what if there were a timeless philosophy that could guide us through such challenges with grace and resilience?" Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy founded around 300 BCE, offers profound insights into how we can navigate life's difficulties, including instances of disrespect. The Stoics believed in cultivating inner strength, wisdom, and virtue to achieve tranquility regardless of external circumstances. Today, we will explore 10 powerful principles from Stoic philosophy that can help you deal effectively with disrespect. By understanding and applying them, you can maintain composure, uphold your values, and foster positive outcomes even in difficult situations. Before we delve into these principles, it is essential to understand the core tenets of Stoicism. At its heart, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what lies within our control and to accept with equanimity what does not. This foundational concept, known as the dichotomy of control, forms the basis of Stoic thought and is crucial when dealing with disrespect. Imagine someone speaks to you in a demeaning or insulting manner. Your initial reaction may be anger or hurt. According to Stoicism, however, the words and actions of others are external events beyond your control. What you can control is your response. Stoicism teaches us to pause and reflect before reacting impulsively. Instead of letting emotion dictate action, we choose reason and wisdom. Through self-awareness and mindfulness, we cultivate inner stability even in the face of disrespect. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes empathy and understanding toward those who disrespect us. Rather than harboring resentment or seeking revenge, we choose compassion, recognizing that others' behavior often reflects their own struggles and insecurities. In the following sections, we will examine each principle in detail, offering practical strategies for addressing disrespect in relationships, the workplace, and community life. Stoic wisdom provides guidance that helps us rise above adversity and maintain inner peace. Now, let us continue our exploration of Stoic philosophy and how it empowers us to navigate disrespect with resilience and dignity. Principle 1. Recognizing that disrespect is external and not a reflection of your worth. In Stoicism, a central principle is that our value as individuals is not determined by external opinions or judgments. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly emphasized that the opinions of others are not our true concern. Disrespect may feel like a personal attack. Yet Stoicism invites a shift in perspective. Instead of internalizing disrespect and allowing it to diminish self-worth, we view it as an external judgment that does not define us. Imagine you invest significant effort into a project, only to have someone dismiss it disrespectfully. Frustration and hurt are natural responses. Yet by practicing Stoicism, you redirect attention away from external validation and toward recognition of your intrinsic value. Remember, the opinions of others are subjective and shaped by personal biases, jealousy, or insecurities. Their disrespect reveals more about them than about you. By understanding this, you detach yourself from the harmful impact of their judgment. For example, imagine you are a writer who has published a book. Among supportive feedback, someone harshly criticizes your work and questions your ability. Instead of allowing their disrespect to damage your confidence, remind yourself that it is only one opinion among many. Your worth as a writer is not defined by a single voice. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. We cannot govern how others perceive or treat us, but we fully control our thoughts, actions, and responses. By shifting attention to character and principle, we build a stable foundation of self. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that a person's true worth lies in the good they do. Rather than allowing disrespect to diminish us, we redirect energy toward virtue, compassion, and meaningful contribution. In summary, recognizing that disrespect is external is a core Stoic lesson. It is not a reflection of your intrinsic value. By focusing on character and principle, you preserve self-respect and navigate adversity with composure. Principle 2. Remain calm and do not retaliate. When insulted or disregarded, the instinct to react with anger or revenge is strong. Yet reacting impulsively often escalates conflict and worsens outcomes. Instead, remain calm, breathe deeply, detach emotionally from the moment. With distance, perspective widens. It becomes clear that most instances of disrespect do not require a response. The act itself does not harm you. Rather, it is your interpretation that triggers anger or hurt. When someone disrespects you, remember that their behavior reflects their perspective, not an ultimate judgment of your worth. They are not the authority over your value. Their opinion holds only the weight you assign it. This shift in thinking restores inner calm and enables rational responsive. A response is necessary at all. This does not mean accepting mistreatment passively. It means responding with dignity and self-control. Principle 3. Self-reflection. Reflect on your behavior to determine whether there is any truth in the disrespect, and consider how you can improve. In personal development and emotional intelligence, self-reflection is a powerful tool, especially when facing disrespect. It requires stepping back, evaluating your actions and responses, and extracting value from feedback even when it is delivered poorly. For example, imagine a colleague makes a disparaging comment about your recent project. Instead of immediately dismissing it as pure disrespect, consider whether there may be some validity in the criticism. Is there room for improvement? Is there another perspective worth examining? By doing this, you practice Stoic introspection and approach the situation rationally. Reflection does not mean accepting unjust criticism. Rather, it is an opportunity for growth. Principle 4. Focus on what you can control. As Epictetus taught, it is not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. When insulted or mistreated, avoid wasting energy trying to change the other person or endlessly replaying the situation. You cannot control their behavior, but you fully control your response. Ask constructive questions. How can I handle this with composure and integrity? What can I learn about my principles? What is the most dignified way forward? Direct your energy toward what lies within your sphere of influence. Act with integrity. Calmly advocate for fairness when appropriate. Control the narrative you tell yourself. Seek improvement through reasonable action, yet release attachment to controlling what cannot be controlled. Principle 5. Practice empathy. Disrespect often stems from insecurity or inner struggle. By practicing empathy, we gain insight into the pain or challenges that may drive another person's behavior. This understanding allows us to respond with compassion rather than anger. Empathy means placing ourselves in another's position, seeing the world through their perspective, acknowledging their humanity even when they act disrespectfully. When we encounter disrespect, our instinct may be to retaliate or defend ourselves. However, Stoic philosophy urges us to rise above impulse and respond with understanding. By doing so, we preserve inner peace and may even influence the other person positively. Consider an example. Imagine working on a group project where a teammate repeatedly undermines your ideas and questions your competence. Their behavior feels discouraging and dismissive. Instead of reacting with anger or withdrawing, you choose empathy. You recognize that people often act from insecurity. Perhaps your teammate feels threatened and is attempting to assert their own value. With this perspective, you listen to their viewpoint, acknowledge their contributions, and offer support where appropriate. Empathy opens the possibility of constructive collaboration. It breaks cycles of negativity and strengthens your integrity. Practicing empathy does not mean tolerating or excusing disrespect. It means responding with composure while maintaining clear boundaries and self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to govern our own responses rather than becoming entangled in the uncontrolled behavior of others. Through empathy, we build connection, reduce conflict, and encourage positive change. In summary, empathy in the face of disrespect reflects Stoic wisdom. Principle 6. Practice active listening. It may seem counterintuitive, but sometimes the best response to disrespect is attentive listening. Active listening means focusing on the other person's concerns, even when their tone lacks respect. Instead of reacting defensively, you seek to understand the root of their frustration. By listening carefully, you demonstrate maturity and curiosity. You look beyond delivery to uncover underlying issues. This does not condone disrespectful behavior. Rather, it fosters clarity and empathy. Remaining calm and emotionally intelligent in such moments is not easy. It requires discipline. Yet through active listening, you may discover valid concerns that were obscured by emotion. Sometimes a person may have legitimate grievances, though their delivery is flawed. Recognizing this allows you to respond constructively, rather than react impulsively. Principle 7. Maintain self-respect. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the importance of maintaining self-respect, regardless of external opinions or circumstances. Our worth does not depend on approval from others, but on our own actions and commitment to principle. When faced with disrespect, it is natural to feel hurt or anger. Yet Stoicism calls us to rise above impulse and protect our integrity. By preserving self-respect, we uphold our values no matter how others behave. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore guard accordingly." This reminds us that dignity begins within. Our thoughts and conduct must align with virtue, not external noise. He also taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Strength arises from recognizing this boundary. We cannot control others' behavior, but we fully control our response. Stoicism emphasizes living virtuously as its own reward. Seeking validation undermines independence. Epictetus stated that no one is free who is not master of himself. True freedom and self-respect come from inner mastery. Consider an example. Someone belittles your career choice. Rather than doubting yourself, recall why you chose your path and the fulfillment it provides. Their criticism reflects their perspective, not your value. Maintaining self-respect also involves establishing boundaries. Protecting inner tranquility may require limiting contact with persistently disrespectful individuals. Boundaries are not hostility. They are safeguards for dignity. Responding calmly and respectfully demonstrates strength of character. It shows that you refuse to descend into negativity. This does not excuse disrespect. It affirms your commitment to principle. In conclusion, self-respect is central to Stoic living. By anchoring worth within, focusing on virtue, and responding with composure, we navigate disrespect with integrity and preserve inner peace. Principle 8. Be polite and professional, but stand up for yourself when necessary. Default to courtesy and extend basic respect even to those who mistreat you. Take the high road, but do not allow harmful behavior to continue unaddressed in the name of false peacekeeping. Passivity often backfires. When disrespected, address it calmly and directly. Say, "Please do not speak to me that way," or "Those remarks were hurtful and unjustified." Give the person an opportunity to adjust. Initially assume good intent, yet remain firm and fair in establishing boundaries. If the interaction turns verbally or physically aggressive, remove yourself immediately. Do not endure mistreatment for the sake of etiquette. Even in departure, uphold your dignity and principles. Strength lies in embodying respect for yourself and others. Much conflict can be transformed by leading with courage and mutual regard. Principle 9. Realize you cannot force others to respect you. When disrespected, the impulse may be to intimidate or to appease in order to gain respect. Both approaches weaken self-worth. Genuine respect cannot be coerced. It arises from another person's inner judgment. Attempts to control others' behavior lead to frustration and loss of personal power. Instead, focus on self-respect and integrity. Lead by example. Demonstrate composure and rational conduct. As Mahatma Gandhi expressed, one should never bow inwardly before another. Dignity begins within. When you remain composed and ethical despite mistreatment, you strengthen your own self-respect. Courage and virtue earn authority that no external force can grant or remove. Principle 10. Choose forgiveness. When disrespected, many respond with anger. Yet Stoic wisdom suggests forgiveness as the higher path. Forgiveness is not primarily a favor to others. It is a gift to yourself. Holding resentment is like carrying a chain. It restricts you more than anyone else. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing wrongdoing. It means releasing emotions that harm your own peace. Practice forgiveness with discernment guided by wisdom, compassion, and justice. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength. It is not surrender, it is mastery. It is not sacrifice, it is liberation. In choosing forgiveness, you reclaim inner freedom and cultivate growth. Thank you for staying to the end. If these Stoic lessons resonate with you, continue reflecting and sharing thoughtful discussion. May you carry forward calmness, integrity, and serenity in the Stoic spirit.